Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another player prop video. This one we're talking about the NBA for Wednesday, October 30th. We have 4 picks in the video, so stay tuned to hear all four for Prizepicks and Underdog. And if you guys want more picks, check out the Dynamo private Discord. I post more picks in there, but we also have a bunch of other cappers just posting their top picks. You can see one of them hit a huge NBA slip, 6 pick. Monday Night Football, I hit a nice 4 pick slip on Prizepicks. Some other big hits on Underdog, and some crazy streaks like 11 and 4 in a day, 10 and 1 in a day, another 10 and 1 day, a 17 and 6 day. One of our cappers yesterday, Bossman, had a really great day using those tacos. You see he hit a taco and demon slip, and another big NBA slip over here with his picks. So it looks like he hit all his picks in here, cashing out some people in the Discord yesterday from a boss man. So definitely check it out. Less than $1 per day to get in there. You guys saw some of the big hits, the crazy records and streaks we've been going on over in the Discord, and we posted in all sports. So definitely lock in for the NBA season. Obviously picks every day for the NBA because they do have games every day, so a great time to get in there. So we'll see you guys over in the Discord for more picks from me plus those other cappers you saw. Now let's get into this one. First one I'm going to go into is going to be Peyton Pritchard here, over on his points at 10.5 against Indiana. This should be a game and a line where Pritchard is going to have to play a lot again. He's basically been like their best player off the bench as far as scoring and really playing a lot more minutes this year and big and meaningful minutes. So liking Pritchard in this one. He's hit this line in his last 3 games after a slow start in his first game, but really the minutes have been ramped up as well, and he's been playing extremely well. And against Indiana, you should expect a high-scoring game. Hopefully Indiana can keep this one close. I think they can, and even in a blowout, it's pretty nice because Pritchard should still play a decent amount of minutes, and in a high-scoring, fast-paced game, should get a bunch of shots up. So looking at Pritchard over on Outlier, you can see Indiana points allowed 27th in the NBA, allowing over 120 per game. Here we can see the last 3, 15, 19, and 28 points in his last one. So absolutely has been on a tear. See 25 minutes in the first game, 28, 19, and 27. So the minutes here are pretty safe to be around the 20s, sometimes even high 20s. So what we can look at is last year, he only hit this 35% of the time, but you got to look at games where he played at least 19 minutes, jumps up to a 52% hit rate. I think he should be in line for more minutes like we've seen in the last couple of games with high 20s of minutes. So when he plays 24 plus minutes last year in 34 games, he hit this 68% of the time. Liking this spot for him. You can also see last year when he played Indiana in 4 games where he played at least 17 minutes, he hit this in 3 or 4 games against them. So definitely like a Pritchard, keep it going. He's been playing extremely well, and the minutes have been there, and the shots and scoring like you saw, 28 last game. So now we're going to keep it going with the Pacers and go to Tyrese Halliburton here on the assists. It's just at 7.5. I'm not sure we really saw it at this line at any point last year. You know, it was getting up 9.5. A lot of times it was even 10.5 or 11 for Halliburton on the assists. That's how much the assist has fallen off just early in the few games. I definitely think a overreaction here, and against Boston it is a tougher opponent, but I think they keep this one close and high scoring. Indiana with a slow start to the season, but started to pick it up in their last one, scored a bunch of points against Orlando. Halliburton had a good game in that one, so I think he keeps it going in this one, and Indiana kind of gets back on track, can make this a competitive game. I think they know how important it is playing against the Celtics as well, so I think they will elevate their play for this one. For Halliburton, looking at him, 7.5. This is one that he's only hit in 1 of 4 games so far this year, but the one hit was last game where he got 10 assists. Last season, you could see in 85 games, he hit this 78% of the time, so was absolutely crushing this one, and he was even on minutes restrictions at various points during the season, so we got to look at games where he played over 30 minutes. And now it's an 85% hit rate on this line at 7.5. So I'm really liking this one for Halliburton. I definitely think an overreaction from a slow start from him and Orlando, but I'd like him to step it up for this one and have a big one against Boston when they need him to. Next one I'm going to here is D'Angelo Russell. A tougher matchup against Cleveland. Lakers have been playing pretty well. They did lose the last game after winning the first 3, and LeBron had a really bad game. So I do think LeBron's not going to score 11 points again in this one, which will help the Lakers and should actually help D'Angelo Russell as well have a nice game if LeBron is playing well, because we're going to him on the points plus the assist here at 18.5. So I think he can score a good amount. Should see some Darius Garland as a defender here, and he's been pretty consistent with the assists as well. This is a line he was smashing last year, and off to a pretty good start so far this year. So I am liking this spot and this line for Russell. So far, the first two games wasn't scoring, 9 and 5, then got 16 and 14 in the last two. Has had 5 or more assists in each game, with 8 coming in the last one. Last season on this line, he hit it 73% of the games. When he played 28 minutes or more, he hit it 86% of the time. And then we can also see head-to-head against Cleveland. Last year, he had one really big game against them with 28 points. So I'm liking D'Angelo Russell to have a nice game in this one. Going to go to him here on a line he was hitting all of last year. And I think he's had 2 nice games in a row. Going to keep it going and have a third pretty nice game here against Cleveland. I think actually a good spot for him as well. Then for the next one, we're coming over to Underdog. If you guys are not playing Underdog, you should also be playing over here. They have more lines up early and a lot of promos all the time with different boosts and things like that on Underdog. So one of the lines I'm liking here early is Bam at 14.5. I think just a ridiculously low line here for Bam at 14.5. He hasn't hit it one time this year, which is why the line is so low, but he's only played in 3 games. Orlando, a tough matchup. And then versus Charlotte, just 12, and then Detroit, 12. Detroit, a tougher matchup than you think as well. Have a pretty good big in Jalen Duren. Now he's coming up against the Knicks, who don't play a lot of defense this year. These points defense is from last year. This year, they haven't been super good defensively, and no Mitchell Robinson or Hartenstein there anymore as the bigs. It's Karl Anthony Towns as the big, and then their power forward, no Julius Randle, playing a lot smaller. So I think Bam can eat inside in this one. I think he's going to have a breakout for this season and hit this one. If we look last year, he hit this 81% of the time. So was absolutely hitting this basically every single game that he played a decent amount of minutes. Coming down, he averaged 34.3 minutes per game. So in games where he played, just a little under his average at 32 plus minutes, he hit this 88% of the time last year. Against the Knicks last year, it was a completely different team, especially in the front court, but 21, 12, 15, so hit it in 2 of 3. I think just a really low line for Bam here. So like that Underdog has lines up for more games earlier than Prizepicks. Parlay Play does as well. You can sign up for both those. You can get big deposits, and they'll have profit boosts like all the time on Underdog. Parlay Play has slash lines all the time. So if you're playing on any of these sites, you got to be on all 3. And if you guys want more picks from me plus a bunch of other cappers, check out the Dynamo private Discord. You can see Irena's hitting a nice slip yesterday. I had some nice Monday Night Football plus a Thursday Night Football. I've had some crazy days as a whole in Dynamo, 11 and 4, 10 and 1, another 10 and 1 day across a bunch of sports. And on Monday, one of our cappers, Bossman, absolutely crushed the NBA with his picks. He hit this slip plus his big slip as well, cashing some people out in the Discord, so definitely check it out. Less than $1 per day, you can lock in for the NBA season. We have picks from various cappers every single day, plus we do all sports, NFL, MLB, NHL. I hit my MLB picks today, so definitely check out the Discord, and we'll see you guys over there.